Not every pharaoh was buried like this in gold. Let me introduce you to Susenus. Homeboy's coffin was silver. I mean, his death mask was gold, but this bit, silver. Homeboy was the second pharaoh of the 21st dynasty during Egypt's third intermediate periods. The intermediate periods really sucked for Egypt because they loved structure, and they really had no structure during those intermediate periods, and they had 3 of them. So roughly 300 or so years after Tutankhamun during the 18th dynasty, roughly 1,000-ish years plus after the pyramids were built, and 700-ish rough years before Cleopatra. Homeboy's coffin was made of silver, which might not seem all that rich bitch to us nowadays. We might look at the gold ones for Tutankhamun and be like, that's a rich bitch coffin. Well, the silver one is also kind of a rich bitch thing, but you gotta think about this. In ancient Egypt, silver was not something that they could mine in the country itself. It had to be brought in from elsewhere. So Homeboy being buried in a silver coffin, despite this being the third intermediate period, was his way of saying, I am the pharaoh, I am the bitch in charge. Susenus was buried at the site of Tanis, which is located in the Nile River Delta, so it's about as Lower Egypt as you can get. Now, his burial was also found to be relatively intact. He himself, not so much. He's mostly skeleton at this point. However, it was discovered in 1940 when we had a few more pressing issues on the other side of the Mediterranean to be dealing with. But I thought you should know about the silver guy.